Messiest Monster Ever. A visit to the park. Fernando Monster was very excited. Daddy was taking him and his friends, Alfie and George, to the park. Try not to let them get too messy today, said Mummy. Yes, dear, said Daddy. Fernando liked everything about Monster Park, but most of all, he loved it after the rain, when lots of muddy puddles sprang up everywhere. What was it Fernando liked so much about muddy puddles? He loved splashing and jumping in them. Now we're trying not to get too messy today, said his dad. Yes, Daddy, said Fernando. He really tried to be a good little monster. And then Fernando rushed off to play. Daddy Monster sat down to read the newspaper. What was the first thing the three monster friends did? Jump in the muddy puddles, of course. Yippee! They yelled. They were soaking wet, but Daddy didn't notice. What about the sand pit next? Fernando and his friends made a big sand castle and covered each other in the sand and rolled about. What fun it was, being muddy and sandy monsters. Daddy was still reading his newspaper. Time for a monster slide, he said without looking up. What do you think was waiting for the three friends at the bottom of the slide? A lovely big monster paddle to land in. Time to go home, said Daddy, and then he noticed the muddy monsters. Said Daddy, but he was smiling. He knew Fernando just couldn't help it. At home, Daddy was still smiling. One happy, messy little monster, he said. Mommy laughed. Oh, Fernando, she said, you really are the messiest monster ever. Yes, said Fernando proudly. This time, it was all Daddy's idea. The end.